body weight strength training absolutely counts. I wanted to say that. I know heavy lifting is all the rage, and I completely understand why and all of the evidence behind that. But sometimes that feels unattainable for a lot of us, I think, and certainly on an everyday basis. Are there ways that you can get strengthened that maybe feels more achievable, more doable on a day-to-day basis where maybe you don't have time to get to the gym or get to those heavy weights? Can you do something that still counts? Yes, absolutely. We're going to do a body weight squat. So hop back to your mat. You're going to have your toes pointing to, like, imagine you're standing on a clock and you want your toes pointing to 11 and 1. And you're going to do a nice inhale and just sink back like you're sitting into a chair. And you can sort of have your arms wherever feels good. A lot of times I will raise them up on the down. You can bring them together, whatever feels good for you. So you want to sink down into that chair. And then on an exhale, you want to push back up. When you're pushing up, you want to think about squeezing your bum, squeezing your quads. Think about your pelvic floor coming up and in, and your ribs knitting back together. So we'll do one more, or another one, and then I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what it looks like. So inhale down, and you want to go as low as comfortable, and then exhale up. With how low you go, it really depends on your hip flexibility and mobility. So if you start working on that, you will notice that your squat will get deeper. I have seen that personally over the last maybe 4 to 6 months that I've really gotten more into hip stretching. Then when I got back into squats postpartum, it was like, oh, I can go much lower because I've been really working on the hip flexibility. Okay, so let me turn to the side just so you can get a different view. So again, it's toes 11 and 1, inhale, pelvic floor relaxes, exhale. So you want to sit back in that chair, okay? You want to try to make sure your knees are not caving in. You want them to be in line with your toes. You don't want them caving in or out. And then exhale, pelvic floor is up and in, ribs knit back together. So we're going to do a few more, and you can do these with your breath just flowing. You could do 10 and that's amazing. You could do 5, whatever works for you today. A lot of times doing this when you do something else regularly, for example, brushing your teeth, it's an amazing way to build that habit. So we'll do a few more. So again, inhale, exhale, inhale, and you just keep working on how deep you can go. Exhale. Awesome. Check out my YouTube channel for more doable movement videos. All right, you guys got this. Follow for more. Bye.